Hey guys, Rachel Woods here with Summit Ridge Group. I'm a real estate agent here in Colorado Springs, and I wanted to bring to you a 10-step process for home buying. I want to educate you on how that process works and what it looks like. So, number one, in the state of Colorado, the buyer does not pay their real estate agent. The seller does. So if you're thinking, should I spend the money on hiring a real estate agent to help me buy a home? Yes, you should, because you don't pay them. So there's really no cons in that aspect. All right, number two, once you have your real estate agent, the next step is getting approved for your loan. You are going to want to chat with a lender, and your realtor should be able to provide you with a few people to talk to. There's different loans out there. There's VA loans for military, no down payment required. FHA loan, typically that's 3.5% down. Conventional loans, 5% down, and you're going to want to shop interest rates. You're going to want to know what your monthly payment looks like for the price you're approved at. There's a lot of aspects to that. So you're going to want to make sure you talk to a local lender, and they will get you on the right track and give you all the information you need to know about your loan. All right, number three. You are going to want to start shopping now that you have been pre-approved. And the perk to having a real estate agent is that they have access to the local MLS. And what that means is they're gonna have the homes available right away. As soon as they hit the market, you're gonna know. They're gonna set you up with an email, and those emails are gonna go straight to you, and you can look at those homes right away. In a seller's market, that is key. Looking on Zillow and Trulia and Realtor.com is not going to help you, because sometimes those are delayed and you can miss out on potentially putting an offer in. Another great reason to have a realtor is they may have some listings coming up soon, or they may know of different listings around town that will be coming up soon, and you can get in before other people to get an offer in, which is very important sometimes when things go within 24 hours. Number four, writing an offer. When it comes to writing an offer, you're going to want to have your lender letter. You're going to want to chat with your real estate agent and make sure your realtor is in good communication with the listing agent. I find, for me, it's very helpful to call, find out, do you have other offers on the table already? And are they over asking price? You're going to want to consider closing costs. There are closing costs involved with buying a home, and your realtor should be able to negotiate those in there for you if you need them covered. Sometimes we find going over asking price to help get some of those closing costs covered is necessary in order for you to, get your offer approved. Also, another item is how fast can you close? Sometimes that will help you get your offer approved as well. So there's a lot of little things that come up, and if you have a good realtor, they will help you get the best offer in there. Next step is earnest money. Typically, earnest money is 1% of the purchase price. So once you have your offer accepted, you're going to write a personal check or do a wire transfer to the title company that the seller has selected and get that in there. A lot of times buyers don't know this, but when you put down earnest money, you do get that back. You get that back at closing, and your lender knows this chunk of money can be used for either your down payment or to help with closing costs, however you need to kind of work that. So it's just a placeholder. All right, number six, you're gonna want to do a home inspection. Home inspections will cover if you have a well on your property, which in El Paso County, there's quite a few well properties. Is it working? Is the water good? Septic tanks. If there's a septic tank, you're gonna wanna get that checked out. You're gonna wanna get it pumped, get all that sludge out of there. Does your property have a sump pump? Is that working? Sump pumps are for flooding. If there's a big flood in your basement, crawl space, whatever, the sump pump will take that out of the house. We're going to want to check your electrical system. You're going to want to check your water heater and your furnace. And then, of course, regular cosmetic issues, what's going on in the attic. Your inspector will check all these items for you. And you're going to want to make sure when you have your home inspection, you're hiring someone who is certified. Typically, inspections will run anywhere from about $300 to $500 depending on what you're testing for. We do home inspection, radon testing, and I always check the sewer line. We want to make sure that the sewer line is in good condition, and those are good items. All right, number 7. So once you have your home inspection done, you're going to have all the information that you need to get your home insurance quote. Your realtor should also be able to provide you with home insurance companies. So you're going to want to call, you're going to want to get quotes. They're going to ask you things like, what's the age of your roof? How old is the electrical system? And has any plumbing been updated? These type of items are going to help them give you an accurate quote, and you can determine if you want to proceed forward with the property or not. Also, you're going to find out if your property is in a flood zone. That will drastically change your home insurance amount. All right, number 8, appraisal. With the appraisal, that is an item that will be ordered by your lender. An appraiser will come to the property and will meet the listing agent, and they will view it and make sure that it is worth the value that you have accepted on your contract. If the appraiser comes in and decides that the property is not worth the value, your lender is only going to finance what the appraiser says it's worth. So then comes back to your real estate agent. They're going to negotiate the next step, whether that is you coming up with the difference or reducing the contract price, and kind of going from there. All right, number 9. At this point, your file is going into underwriting and your lender's finishing up all your documents to make sure you are good to get to closing to buy the home. Throughout this process, they have been requesting a lot of items like pay stubs. They're checking your credit score. They're making sure you're not purchasing anything extraordinarily large during the process and keeping those funds in your account. Obviously checking your employment and things like that. So typically at this point, they're getting finalization on your file, making sure everything's good to go. Nothing's changed. Okay, once they go through underwriting and it's approved, you will get clear to close, and this is like the happiest day for a lot of people. And you can schedule the closing time to meet with everybody. All right, so closing day, you're going to meet at the title company where you dropped off your earnest money, and there will be a closer. You're going to sit down at a table and you're going to go over all the purchase documents. At this point, you've probably seen most of these documents from your lender already on the computer, so you should kind of know what you're looking at. The title company, the closer, will go over them again as well and take the time to explain everything to you. When you come to the closing table, you're going to bring a cashier's check, and that cashier's check is the cash you need to close in order to buy the home. So lender is funding the big chunk of money, and you're bringing the cash to close, which is your down payment or closing costs included. So you bring that, you sign your papers, the closing agent takes your check, cashes it, and the loan is funded. You are then a happy first-time homeowner, and you get your keys. Hopefully your realtor has a little bottle of wine or something nice for you, and you are officially a homeowner. That is a very condensed version of what buying a home looks like, and I hope it's helpful for you. Reach out to me if you have questions. I love working with first-time home buyers. It's always a very exciting time, and yeah, I hope this helps.